This really is what I'm going to share with you today, a pattern that is behind every success online. And so any marketing success that you've seen, there's an element of this operating in the background, and it's something that you haven't known about. And because of that, without knowing this, you're really operating blind. And so my goal here is to kind of remove that mask, right? So that you can see and you can understand how business grows online. And this concept is behind Agora's publishing success, which is a $1.8 billion info publisher, behind Russell Brunson, Frank Kern, Todd Brown, Mike Filsaime, Aaron Fletcher. All of these people, their success comes from what I'm sharing with you today. It allowed a new coach to make over 250K in 90 days, all through organic and selling high ticket through TikTok. Momentum comes when anytime you have an enormous increase in the performance of any element of your marketing without having to invest additional resources, whether that's time, energy, effort, money, etc. Right? So when all of a sudden something in your marketing arsenal does extremely better, that causes momentum, right? Because all of a sudden your overall marketing is performing a lot better because of this one increase in one of the elements. And if this was less of a presentation and more of a dialogue, I'd want to talk to you more about that so that you really made sure that you got it. But I will assume that you got it for now. And one thing that I want you to understand about momentum is that it doesn't happen for no reason. So like all of a sudden, some element of your marketing doesn't just like multiply in its effectiveness. When I brought them to VSL, response rates went up 400% in the US, 300% in France, 250% in Germany. And when it was combined with a big idea new newsletter promotion, it was the most successful newsletter promotion of all time, and it was called The End of America. Now, let me give you the timeline first, and then I want to explain something here. So John Benson invented the VSL video sales letter in 2006. His sales exploded. Like if you've ever heard of the company Gymshark is $1 billion clothing company, and they became $1 billion clothing company because the two gentlemen that started it were the first to figure out that sending people who had a following on social media free product was a way of getting the word out about their brand. So when nobody was doing that, no one had figured out like that there's this term called influencers, and they have influence. Before, they were the first to figure out just send free products. So they were making the product in their garage, sending it out to these influencers, and built a $1 billion brand from scratch because they were the first to kind of recognize that opportunity. Now, if you were friends with those guys, what I want you to notice is that he is pre-framing questions with text above it, right? That is like moving people to the right answer. So the IRS looks at taxpayer hardships to make a determination of the taxpayer's reasonable collection potential, right? So he's framing it that way. Has a personal, financial, or medical hardship caused your tax debt, right? Now, do you need to stop or prevent a wage garnishment, tax lien, or bank levy? Right? Another question, but he's framing it above. The IRS has virtually unlimited power to garnish wages or levy accounts in an effort to collect taxes. He's letting them know that they can do this, so do you need that, right?